hope it's hot enough for you.
Hot enough. Bring tears to the eyes with that look.
The water, I hope it's hot enough for you.
Well, the water. At least that's the best you can do. They're your windows.
Oh, all right, I'll go and put some more in.
Hang on a minute. You'll do now to sort.
Well, suit yourself. It's your funeral. I mean, if you want the inside of your windows looking like the inside of a chip pan...
Oh, no, it isn't, Jack Duckworth. Because you're the one that won't get paid. And the prices you charge, I would have thought you could afford your own paper.
All right, I can take it.
Oh, nice to see one of the Duckworths working this morning.
Eh?
Don't stop him now. It's taken us 20 minutes getting him started.
You're lucky. I haven't had a tap out of his missus.
Now, Vera, what's up with her?
Well, ever since she got in, she's been going on about this fantastic wedding anniversary present she's getting off her old man, ain't she?
Oh, so that's why you landed up round here today on the pretense of doing the windows. You forgot, didn't you? You're after a cheap card. All that faffing about with the newspaper was to throw us off the scent.
Well, that's where you're wrong, isn't it? Because I haven't forgot. I mean, how could I forget when our Vera's down my ear all flipping week, like the fogger off the ship canal?
Do you mean you actually bought her something?
Well, don't sound so surprised.
Oh, come on, don't keep us in suspense. What is it?
Well, that'd be telling you, wouldn't it? But I'll tell you something for now. It's going to be the best anniversary present our Vera's ever had.
I believe you, mate, because it's the first one she's ever had, isn't it?
There you are.
Thank you.
On your own, then?
Looks like it, doesn't it? Still, it has its compensations. Cheap round for one thing.
Where's Ivy, then?
She's gone home, so she didn't feel like it.
Do you mind?
No, so herself.
She is all right, is she?
Well, Ivy.
Well, she's not seen herself lately.
Well, it's hardly surprising, is it, with what she's been going through?
I'm not with you.
You mean you've not heard?
Well, I know there's summit, but every time I try to talk to her...
Hi, you must be the only person round here that don't know.
No, what?
About there, Brian and Gail.
Brian and Gail?
Yeah, she's gone, and she took off with young Nicky.
Gail has?
Hi, Emily.
I'd no idea. I've not seen her around. I never did see much of her anyway.
Ah, well, she has. And now Ivy's gone and given prize marching orders. Only don't you go broadcasting it, do you?
Oh, I won't, honest. Oh, it's half for putting us in the picture. It explains a lot, does that? What that poor woman must have been going through.
Yeah. Anyway, listen, if you do have 10 minutes to spare, well, I reckon if anybody could do with a sympathetic ear right now, Ivy could.
Look, why do you think they made the 50p piece the shape they did? So they could get a span around it and prize it out of my dad's hands. So what chance do you think we've got of getting them to part with 525 quid?
If that car was clapped out, he had no right to sell it to us in the first place, had he? We bought a motor car, a means of transport, which that isn't. One trip and that's it, kaput.
So you think I've been through all that?
And?
Well, he says it was a runner when we bought it, and nobody forced us to take it off his hands.
Do you realise that heat must have cost us the best part of 100 quid a mile? It'd be cheaper to run the QE2.
Ah, but you can't get the QE2 up back Viaduct Street, can you?
This is not a time for jokes, Terry. I'm sorry, but I don't think it's funny to lose over 260 quid.
Look, I agree with you, but moaning about it's not going to get us back on the road, is it?
Back on the road? If you think I'm putting another penny in that car, you must be joking.
Looks like I'll have to put Plan B into action then, doesn't it?
Plan B?
You leave that to your Uncle Terry.
Oh, is that you?
Who you expecting?
Oh, heck, I thought you said you were staying out for your dinner.
Would I have lived to tell the tale, eh? Happy anniversary.
Adelphi Modes. Hey, that's that new shop that's just opened on Precinct, isn't it, next to the pie shop?
Well, you're going to open it, aren't you?
Yeah. And you got this from Adelphi Modes?
Well, near enough, little Louis.
Little Louis?
Aye, next door but one. He give us the bag.
Oh, well, it's thought that counts, I suppose.
Ah, very much. After all that flipping trouble to get you something special.
Something special?
Ah, well, you've always wanted a posh frock, haven't you?
Frock? What frock?
Well, I couldn't get you just anything now, could I? I mean, I didn't want you going out there finding all the girls at the bingo hall are wearing the same kind of thing, so I thought, well, I'll get you something special in the material line, and you can make it up.
I can make it up?
Well, you're a machinist, aren't you?
I'm not a flipping dressmaker, am I?
Well, get somebody to make it up for you.
Oh, aye. What way?
There.
What's that?
A tenner. What does it look like? Yeah, you'll be able to get a real classy job done for that, won't you? Told you I'd see you right, didn't I? When I sold that car.
See me right. You got 500 quid for that car.
Oh, flaming Nora, for once in my life I try and do the right flipping thing.
Oh, I'm sorry, Chuck. Hey, at least you remembered, didn't you? Little Louis, you said?
That's the fella. Tailor to the stars.
Ha! Tailor to the stars. He sells everything from floor cloths to bin liners.
Well, that's just his sideline, isn't it? I mean, Taylor's always been his true calling, always has been. He makes a lot of showbiz gear, you know. You know, pop groups and cabaret artists, you name it, oh, aye. Hey, it's definitely something special, is that kid up? Part of an export order, you know. I wouldn't be at all surprised if the other half of that role wasn't on a stage in Las Vegas this very minute.
Hey, out! Hey! Just the person I wanted to see.
Me?
Well, I might be wanting your services.
Oh, I'm planning on taking this up as a career, you
No,
know.
I meant in a professional capacity, you know.
Come again?
Well, I've got this dress length and I want it necking up.
Oh, I'm with you now.
Our Jack got it, you know, for my anniversary. So I want a nice job doing, you know, something special.
Oh, have you got a pattern?
A pattern?
Well, you must have some idea what you fancy.
Well, I were hoping you'll be able to help me out there, kid.
Well, I'll have to see the material first.
Oh.
I'll pop in later if you like.
Hey, you can pop in now if you've got a minute.
Now?
Yeah.
Okay.
They won't miss me for 5 minutes. Don't wake me, I'm a big mouth.
Oi! What is it, half-day closing over there then, Vera?
I just slipped out to go to shop, Mr. Baldwin.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, but cream cakes. It's Tracy Sharp's birthday, isn't it? And, well, Al's been keeping them in the fridge.
Oh, I see. So that's why one of my machinists is wandering the streets in the middle of the afternoon, eh? I knew there'd be a logical explanation.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, while you're at it, I suggest you go and see the optician as well, Vera.
Opticians?
Yeah, the corner shop's that end of the street. Always has been. See ya.
After tea then, eh? Well, it looks like it'll have to be done, sir.
Hey up, Harry. If you want a good second-hand car, here's the fella.
Oh, don't you start. I've had enough here. If I'll tell it, it'll last me a lifetime.
Well, can you blame him? What are you having?
Panamits are on.
Harry?
No time, it's time I were off. Don't get back, Connie will string me up.
Forget it.
Hey?
I said forget it. Half an hour at least. Just gone into our house.
Oh, Connie has?
They're having a look at that roll of Lorex that I got out Vera.
Well, that won't take half an hour.
You don't know Vera.
Well, what do you think?
Well,
Yeah, very special, isn't it?
Oh, it's certainly that, all right.
So, what do you reckon we can do with it?
Well, that depends, doesn't it? On what you want to wear it for.
Well, it'll not sit inside a Baldwin's factory, that's for sure.
Special night out, I take it.
Oh, very special. Soft lights, sweet music, the lot.
Ooh, sounds great. Where's he taking you, or is it a surprise?
Oh, it'll be a surprise, all right, 'cause I haven't told him yet. So, when do you think we could make a start?
Well, I may as well measure you up while I'm here.
Oh, come on, then. Hey, make Joan Collins look like a lollipop lady.
You got that, what's it? I don't know what it's called, but it's like a guide to used car prices.
oh, yes, look there. There you are.
So, wonder if it's got a special section in here for knackered, clapped out and cars that once belonged to Terry Duckworth's dad.
Certainly I'll stick that up for you. Dressmaking and alterations. You're not the only one that's advertising, you know, love. Are you only just going in for this?
Oh, no, I've been doing it ages. But we're just moving into area. Well, it pays to advertise, doesn't it?
So they say. Do you get a lot of work?
Well, there's a few been coming to me for years, regular. Mostly they come through like recommendations. I mean, a nice dress on someone, that's the best advertising. But if I can find a few new customers round here...
Not found any yet.
Well, just an alteration for Bet Lynch, and I'm doing a dress for her next door.
Oh, aye. Mother of the Incredible Hulk here.
She is not the mother of the Incredible Hulk. She is a bride of Frankenstein. Do get it right. I'll do.
How do? She seems to be having a bit of trouble making up her mind what she wants.
Well, she's been in here. I think she's looked through every magazine that's printed. Yes, can I be of service to you, Mr. Baldwin?
Packing of my usual, please, love.
See you later. Bye.
Bye.
Buying a car, eh? I've bought one. I'm thinking of flogging it. I tell you, buying an old banger is force economy, son. I run a new Jag, right? Change it every 2 years, and I bet it costs me a lot less than it does a lot of people who are forking out a fortune driving around in rubbish.
Well, I'd love to know how.
Well, I don't own it for a start, do I? I mean, I don't understand how people can afford to. I mean, it's a mug's game. You look it up in there. I mean, look at the depreciation, eh? Now, who can afford that?
Yeah, but your motor depreciates like nobody's business.
Not mine. Owned by the company. Different story, because the tax man is very soft-hearted. He says to me, Baldwin, old man, you've got to have a big motor. Otherwise, those blokes on the production line will be queuing up down at the labour. I said, the company can't afford a big car. So he says, well, come on, then I'll make it worth your while. So the taxman and myself, between us, are sort of running this jag to keep the blokes in their job. It's like sort of social work, isn't it?
Do you think the taxman will be as generous to me? Because I'm thinking of starting my own business and all.
Really?
Yeah.
You must be mad. It's a mug's game. See that?
Ta-ra. A funny fella, him, isn't he? All this Cockney stuff, cracking on he's one of the lads, but he likes the big I'm this, I'm that, though, doesn't he? Always got to be, you know, cock of the walk, you know what I mean?
Suppose that's why he is cock of the walk round here.
Can I have 3 tubes of peppermints, please?
Of course you
3?
I like to have some by me, you know, in case of emergencies.
Yeah. Listen, I reckon if we do that car up tidy, we can get the best part of 900 quid, mate.
If we can get Kev to do it.
Well, the way it is, we couldn't sell it at all, could we? So I'm glad you come along, because we're going to do a bit of arm twisting.
Well, he wasn't very keen yesterday, though, was he?
Well, come on, we'll make him keen.
Right, come on.
Curly?
You tell the state the country's in. We were going back to bartering. I stood on this fella's doorstep this morning. He tells me he's very sorry about his skin. Have I any use for a snooker cue?
A good one.
Well, I accept it instead of cash.
Well, it was a good one. You should have took it. I mean, there were quite a bit then.
Yeah, but I'm not up on snooker, am I? I mean, I once took a portable radio, but then had a good idea what I could get for that.
Well, you know that roll of Lorex I've just got out of here? Well, I came by that the same way.
Get away.
I mean, keep it to yourself. But I did a tidy little job for a fella who's in that line of business, material and that, no? And he said, would you like to take the end of the roll for the wife?
So she thinks she went out especially to
Yeah, she thinks you never mind. I mean, she is as happy as Larry, and she's having a frock made. And there's never been as much toing and froing since the kitted out Princess Dive at Royal Flipping Wedding.
Yeah, but that's half the fun of it for a minute.
Yeah, but why are they so obsessed with clothes, eh, women?
How many women you got in your house?
One, and that's enough.
Well, there's 3 in ours, so it's no use asking me, because I'm just 3 times as baffled as you are.
500 quid for every time I heard a bloke say he didn't understand women.
Yeah, well, it's the way the mind works. There's no plumbing them.
Yeah, we've been living with them for what? A million years? You'd think we'd have got a few clues. We must be slow on the uptake.
No, just proves there's no understanding it. Look, I will admit, here and now, I do not understand women at all. I mean, I've got a strange power over them, but I don't understand them.
With the greatest respect in the world, Mr. Duckworth, why should you expect to understand women?
Exactly.
After all, if you were to be honest, I think you'd have to admit there isn't much you do understand.
Hey, are you having a go at me?
No, not especially. I'd just like to know. What subject is there that you thoroughly understand? I mean, international finance, nuclear power, botany, brain surgery, the workings of a digital watch, but the aurora borealis.
Language, now let's keep it polite.
Well, what do you understand?
Football.
A child of 6 can understand football.
I can't. I had counted down for a draw, right? 5-0 at home, other lot down to 10 men. Now, explain that to me.
Hey, you're right, it's a mystery.
But everything's a mystery to almost everybody, Mr. Duckworth. You're not alone. It's just there's no use pretending that women are any more of a mystery to you than anything else, including yourself. Oh, the pie was very nice today, Mr. Starkey. Bye.
Yeah, you see what I mean, don't you? But some women are more of a mystery than others.
All right, I'll do the work. But any expensive parts, then you get your hands in your pockets, because I'm not forking it all out.
Well, that's what I'm saying, isn't it?
What will it add up to, Kev?
Well, set of shells, set of rings, not a lot. Providing your crank's all right. If it's not, then you're talking money. Need machining.
Do you think it is all right, though?
Well, I don't know till I get it out.
Well, start when you want, because the sooner you do it, the sooner we can flog it, and then the sooner you can collect.
Hey, is he right? Will we get 900 quid for it?
Near enough to it. I mean, if I didn't think you'd be able to flog it, I wouldn't do it, would I? But there again, I must be mad, because I'm trusting you, Sue.
Look, you can have it all down in writing if you want.
Well, what good's a piece of paper to me? Because if I don't get the money, won't be the paper to hit you with, but the biggest wrench I can lay my hands on.
That sounds like a gentleman's agreement.
Hey, Tarzan, aren't you going out tonight?
No.
Hey, I'll tell you what, why don't you take that car of yours for a run?
Because I'm doing it up to sell, aren't I? If we get a good price for it and all.
Hey, well, you might. I mean, it could be a lucky car like that. After all, I found a mug to buy it.
It's lucky I've seen you going past it. I found a pattern. Wait till you see it. Take weight off your feet, love. That's on here somewhere.
Mum, for God's sake.
There, seriously. Oh, silly me. No, this is it, kid. Fabulous, innit? What do you think?
That's the sort of thing you want, then?
No, not sort of. That's exactly how I want it.
What, with the peplum and all?
Yeah, just like that. How would it be hard to do?
Oh, we can do it. I think of enough material, anyway.
Hey, I know she fills the chair more than she used to do, but there was plenty of cloth I give her.
Oh, no, I'm not saying. It's how you put it, you know.
Yeah, so what do you think?
Love, it is not for me to have an opinion. What you want, I'll do, as long as you're paying. But I'll say this. It's you, that dress.
It is, isn't it? That dress on me in silver Lorex.
What do you think, Mr. Duckworth?
I'm only your husband, kiddo. If that's what she wants, you get cracking. But remember, nothing is too good for my missus, right?
Looking at you're at it early.
Picking all the pins up before they get in the Hoover. It needs a good tidy up in here before I start.
You want to get them at the idle leisure classes to do that for you, instead of snoring in the pit.
Oh, don't be like that about your sister, love. She does help out.
What beats me is how anyone can sleep the hours she does.
Well, I suppose she thinks she's not got a lot to get up for.
So whose fault's that? I mean, she could be at school, she could be at college, she could be working. She could be shopping for old people or learning to swing on a flipping trapeze. I mean, she could be doing something.
She is trying to get a job. Be fair, love.
She's not thick, that's what gets me. I mean, she tries to crack on that she is, but she's not. She's wasting herself.
Why don't you talk to her?
It's like talking to a brick wall. So, how's Liberace's nightshirt coming along then?
Oh, it's a bit much, isn't it? They'll certainly see her coming.
How anyone can have such tacky tasting...
Yeah, come in.
Hiya. Hey, I'm on my way to work, and I thought I'd call and tell you. I've definitely decided to let Arjat send to that town hall dance tomorrow night. Do you think it'll be done by then?
Oh, just about, if I get cracking right away.
Tra then, Mum.
Ta-ra.
Tra.
Tra.
Very different.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
There's certainly been out else like it, that's for sure.
Right now, there were just one or two changes I was thinking about.
Well, there's not a lot of time.
Oh, only a couple of little things. Only we do want to get it right, don't we? Now, that neckline, I reckon it could do with being a bit lower.
Well, it's pretty low already. I mean, you don't want to be showing your belly button.
Like our Jack always says, there's one thing about me, got a good cleavage.
Oh, I'll just have a half meal and I'll also put a bomb on your little roommate's backside, get him to get a move on with my motor.
Our motor, and it's your shout.
That is very petty of you, my son. You surely don't keep count, do you?
The human brain is like a computer and can store every minute fact, which in view of some of your little habits is just as well.
2 halves of bitter, please, Bessie, please.
OK, Doc.
Mine's a shandy, and there's no need to go rushing round there. He said he'll have it ready for tomorrow.
Straight up.
Or so he mumbled to me at 5 o'clock this morning when I was getting up to go to work. Plus a few other little assorted phrases.
That's great, that. Thank you. Do you hear that, Dad? We've actually got that scrap heap your Connors into buying mobile again.
The girls show more respect for the parents than lads do.
If they do, I can't say as I've noticed.
What about you, Wilf, lad? Do you get any kids?
I'm not married.
What's that got to do with it?
Hello, Doc. Just an orange juice, please,
Right.
Betty.
How's work these days? Mr. Baldwin seems to be busy enough.
I've certainly been rushed off my feet this morning. Had to go to the bank and the solicitors and chase up a couple of overdue accounts. Oh, and a bit of good news.
Oh, we could always do with a bit of that, lovey.
I popped into Gale's Cafe for a quick coffee on my travels, and Mrs. Pierce tells me they're back together again.
Brown and Gale? Oh, that is nice. Still, I never doubted they would. She's got too much sense to let a little tip upset everything. She knows how to handle him, lovey.
Betty, look, what are your pies like today?
Well, they're round, and they've got a crust on top, and they've got meat inside.
I'll have one then.
Right.
Norman, if I ask you something, will you give me an honest answer?
If it's about those magazines under the bed, I told
If
Kevin
it's
they're not...
about food, what I want to know is, do you enjoy my cooking?
Your cooking? Yeah, it's great. Ace, A1.
That tomato soup I made the other night, for instance.
Yeah, great. Ace, A1.
You both left a lot.
Yeah, well, yeah, but it was very filling. Plus, there was a few little bits in, sort of. And there was little green whatsits. We didn't like to mention. Must have been something in the tin, eh?
It was made with fresh tomatoes, and the little green whatsits were herbs. What magazine's under the bed?
Your guys is in there somewhere, love, aren't they at the back?
Oh, yeah. It was that flipping stuffy in the lab this morning.
Oh, it must be wonderful doing science.
I don't know about wonderful, it's flipping hard work.
Just think, though, in a few years' time, there you'll be in your little white coat, discovering miracle cures with one hand and fending off handsome young scientists with the other.
I won't be.
What, fending them off?
Doing medical research, or any kind of research. Probably end up teaching, if I can get a job.
Years to go before you got to worry about that. In the meantime, my motto is make the most of every moment, right?
Don't answer that, love. I have a feeling you're being set up.
So, what are you doing tomorrow night? No? Don't answer that? I'll tell you. You're coming out with me. I've got my car back on the road, so we'll go to a nice little country pub. Cheshire, Derbyshire, Yorkshire. You choose.
I already have. I shall be spending tomorrow night in my bedroom revising, as usual.
Look, you can't be working all the flaming time. I mean, surely your mates don't stop in every night, do they?
No. As a matter of fact, there's a bunch of them going out tomorrow night. I wouldn't mind going with them.
So, would they object to an extra?
Oh, no, the more the merrier.
Right, then. So, what are your mates up to? Pub? Disco? Wine bar?
Oedipus Rex.
Hey?
It's a play on at the Contact Theatre. It's ranked to be a good production.
Oh, yeah, by Willie Shakespeare, right? Yeah.
Sophocles.
Yeah, him, yeah.
OK, then. I'll tell Bev to get 2 extra tickets, and I'll let you know what time to pick me up.
Smash him.
You'll enjoy that, won't you, lad?
Oh, it's right up his street. Him and old Oedipus, they're just like that.
I'm not totally ignorant, you know. I do happen to know Oedipus Rexes. Isn't it that big black Alsatian that lives down Maudsley Street?
Count Basie and Duke Ellington.
Don't forget your own grown ones, Teddy.
And what about the king of them all?
Ah, do you remember that? It wasn't magic. Quick step into Glenn Miller. Every bird in your arms looking like Rita Hayworth, even now Vera. What is it nowadays? I mean, they bop into Wham, and everybody looks like Boy George.
So, who's playing at this dance you're off today? Any idea?
What dance?
I don't know. Some big do the missus making your wife's frock for. If the amount of work that's gone into it's out to go by, it'll not be no tatty little disco with a couple of flashing lights. Tell you what, find out and put in a good word for us. Tell them that Greg Gordon the Blue Tones are charismatic, sensational, knockout, you know.
I bet you any good.
Hey, we're rehearsing tomorrow night. Why don't you come down and sit in? Might even let you have a tinkle on the old piano keyboards for a bit. Let you see what it's like to work with real professionals.
Listen, lad, I was working with professionals before you learned to toot your first flute. Still, no harm in going down and showing the lads what it's all about, is it? Where you playing?
St Margaret's Church Hall. Well, the acoustics are good and the vicar's glad of the business.
So there'll be no bar then?
Oh, yes, the vicar shakes a very nifty pina colada.
Oh, dear, I've just remembered I've got to go and see a mate of mine in hospital tomorrow. No, I knew him when he was on the cabs. He dropped his fare off on the docks and had an argument with his container truck. Truck 1.
Oh, aye. Some other time, then, eh?
Why not?
Anybody sitting here?
Yeah. So what do you mean you've not done it?
Oh, look, you explain it to him, Curly. You're the one who's got away with words.
I think he means it's not been done.
But you promised me, mate.
I said I'd try. Look, I've got to do it in my spare time, and we've been pulled out today. Brian's hardly... The boss has hardly shown his face.
Look, I've got to have that car for tomorrow night. It's vital.
Why? Where are you going?
Take a walk, short stuff, will you? So, what's the chances? Can't you work on it tonight?
Oh, yeah, I don't need any tea, and I don't need to sleep. Well, I don't get much kit with him anyway.
Look, I don't get up early for fun, you know. I do have to go to work.
My dad says that there's a lot of advantages in being up that early. He says it gives him a chance to think.
He's dead right. There's no one about, no cars, no people, and all you can hear is the birds singing. And there's something about the early morning light, especially at this time of year. As a matter of fact, that's when I compose most of my poems, you know, in my head, like.
Oh, I didn't know you wrote poetry.
He doesn't. So can we get back to sorting out this flaming car?
Look, I'm making no promises, but I'll try and have it done for tomorrow dinner. How's that?
Fabulous.
Great. The sooner we're back on the road, the sooner we're back in business.
Hey, we've not got it just for business, you know.
Yeah, but mainly, come on, Teddy, if we're going to make this work, we've got to get our priorities right.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you are.
Belt up, you. Look, let's get it back on the road first, and then we can start discussing priorities, OK?
We'll be back on the road by tomorrow afternoon, won't it? And then we can do another job.
You're right, you always split it halfway.
Oh, rotten things. Didn't they even offer to buy you a drink? You know how it is in them outs? When this door opens and this girl strolls in and she just sort of stands there and every man in the place looks up and goes, wow. Yeah. Well, when do you get to that stage? I don't know, love. Do you, Phyllis?
Me? I'm still waiting.
Oh, I'll certainly make an entrance in this echo.
And an exit.
Hey, wait till our Jack clock's set. No, I'm second thoughts now. I better leave my coat on till I get him out of the house. Never make it to the dance. It gets turned on by out like this, you know. Does yours?
Well, I've never actually worn anything quite like that.
No, you know what I mean. You know, all a bit sexy, a bit slinky. Start panting. Now this peplum, you think it looks okay then?
Well, yeah.
Yeah, it makes my hips look more provocative, doesn't it? If it works for Joan Collins. Now this slit, do you think it could do with being a bit higher?
Only if you want to show your knickers.
Oh, so what if I do show a bit of stocking top? Kid, our Jack will not complain. Now, while we're at it, this hem line, I think it could do with taking up an inch or two.
Well, I've shortened it twice already.
Hey, up! What do you think? Your honest opinion now?
Well, I'm no fashion expert, you know.
No, but you're a fella, aren't you? Do you think it could do with being a bit shorter?
Why not? If you've got good legs, flaunt 'em, eh?
He is a little love, your husband, isn't he? I hope you appreciate him.
Oh, I do. And I'll appreciate him even more when he gets his tea ready for us.
Hey?
Sue's out, Andy's studying, and I'm going to be working for the next 2 or 3 hours on this.
Hello. Did you hear me?
Hear you? I'd have to be in flaming Hong Kong not to hear you. Except for what?
It's big night out. Did you or did you not tell me you were going to take me out on the town, show off my anniversary present that you've bought me?
Oh, that. Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, well, it's tomorrow night. It's all fixed.
Right, suits me. Where we going, kid?
Oh, it's a big dance at town hall. All-star cabaret, buffet supper, tombola and 2 bands.
That sounds a good deal. How much?
15 quid.
Oh, well.
Each.
So long!
Well, it is for charity.
30 quid for a flaming night out? You've got to be joking.
Well, you can afford it. You've still got some of that car money left. Look, would it kill you to take your wife out in style, eh? For once in your miserable little life.
Look, I know I said I'd take you out, and I will, because a promise is a promise. But I can't tomorrow night.
Why? What's up with tomorrow night?
Well, I promised Ali I'd help him and his mates out on piano, because they've got this rehearsal and they're dead stuck.
Oh, don't worry, mate. It's been cancelled. Didn't I tell you?
Ha! Hey, well, that's all right, then, isn't it? Now you don't have to let anybody down, do you, sweetheart? Hey, Betsy. Yeah. I think I'll have a dry martini. Get me it moving tomorrow night.
Stay with us here on Plus. The soap drama continues in just a moment. And Siege in Emmerdale.